So not only could I not figure out how to get my video on, I couldn't figure out how to get my audio on. Hey, everybody. I'm Lauren. I am Mrs. Tomato Head, and I'm happy to be back. It's Thursday, September 18th, 2025, and this is my normally weekly show, Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. And I've been off for a couple weeks from the garden tours and this. I haven't been feeling all that well. Just in a nutshell, what's going on, many of you know, and I've talked about it on the show before, that I run another group besides Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap called Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain. I've lived with chronic illnesses, I should say, for almost 25 years, a very long time. Lupus and some other things that go along with it, fibromyalgia. Well, not necessarily go along with it, but for me, they do. For the past several years, especially since going plant-based, I've found that I've been feeling pretty good. But the last 6 months in particular, I've had some neurological stuff that has been popping into my life. And I did have it start neurological symptoms, which were never a part of my story until like maybe 10 years ago. And it consists of tremors, trouble swallowing, brain fog, trouble thinking, trouble sleeping, all kinds of narcolepsy, not being able to stay awake, which is always interesting. And I hadn't had them in years. And then about 6 months ago, they started just the neurological stuff. The pain wasn't so bad. And so I went on and off steroids 3 times, and that stuff usually helps. And it did. And I would get better for a couple weeks, and then I would get it again. So 2 weeks, I guess it's been 2 weeks since I've been on. We had 2 weeks off. After my very last show that I did here 2 weeks ago, or was it 3 weeks? I was off last week and the week before. I guess it's been 3 weeks. As soon as I got off the air, I stood up and noticed my ankles and legs and feet were swollen, which was very unusual. Like, that is not part of my story ever. So Rob and I decided it's probably time to go to a doctor. You know, when you've lived with a chronic illness for as many years as I have, you kind of know what the deal is. But there was this big question mark, like, why is all of this neurological stuff happening to me? So I went to the doctor, and lo and behold, I have Lyme disease, which is very, very typical in my neck of the woods. We have a lot of deer around us. Lyme disease is contracted by bites from deer ticks. Now, deer ticks are not like wood ticks. Deer ticks they look like the period at the end of a sentence. Very hard to spot. I never found a tick on me, but I'm outside all the time, especially gardening season. So it could have been in my scalp. It could have been on my skin, and I just never saw it. Sometimes people get a bullseye. I did not. But anyway, I tested positive for Lyme disease, which just explains so much, because the last time my neurological symptoms happened, I think it was after another infection, pneumonia, which was like 4 or 5 years ago. So it explains why the neurological stuff's happening. So long story short, I was trying not to make this too long, but I just kind of wanted to be upfront and share what's going on with me. I am now on heavy duty antibiotics for 3 weeks. And so hopefully, to be honest with you, I'm kind of relieved that there's at least an answer. It's not always easy to get rid of Lyme disease, especially for somebody immune compromised. And I've obviously had it for 5-6 months, because that's when everything started. But I'm very grateful that I went to the doctor. I'm very grateful that there was a test that said, this is what you've got. And so I'm just going to play it by ear and hope that the doxycycline does its thing. And eventually my neurological stuff will go back to normal. I do have some good friends that live in the area who have lived with chronic Lyme. It can become chronic for many, many years. So I do have a plan B as to the doctor I'm going to go to should I need it, should this 3 weeks of antibiotics not work. But for now, I'm just kind of laying low and staying hopeful. So that's the scoop with me. And supposedly you feel worse before you feel better. And that's where I'm at right now. But the pain isn't bad. So, and I missed you guys. I really missed you guys. So my brain's not fuzzy today. Not too fuzzy anyway. My tremors are okay, not too bad. So I'm like, it's time to do a Thursday show. And we've got a lot of stuff going on. So I wanted to see you guys. We have 38 live viewers right now. Welcome. If it's your first time watching, I come to you on Thursdays to talk about 10-ish varieties I'm obsessed with each week. And I will show you photos. Today, almost everything except for one I've been growing this year. So I can give you thoughts. I can show you, I've got a whole tray of tomatoes I can show you here, and maybe we can cut open a few. And I do some taste tests this time of year. So that's always fun. We also have several other things I mentioned if you're new to watching, that I run a group with Jen Joy and Kina Tonarud called Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. We are on Facebook, and we are the best group for tomato heads like us, or if you're contemplating becoming a tomato head. Whether you're a beginner or you've been growing for several decades like I have, there's always something to get. Everybody is so kind and generous. We do have posts each week where you can, my notebook, where you can put, like on Saturdays, we have Seed Seeking Saturday. You can put up to 5 varieties you're looking for, and somebody will hopefully grant them for you. If you're watching for the first time, don't you really want to watch with a piece of paper at least and a pen. So if there's anything that I talk about today that you want to seek on Saturdays, you can write it down and remember. We also have a most wanted post that's always up. You can post one variety in there at all times. And if somebody finds it for you or gifts it to you, then you can remove that and put up a new one. So there's lots of opportunity to get seeds you're looking for. What else? So a week from tomorrow, here it is, our very first tomato tasting and seed swap, Friday, September 26th. Jen and I, we had a 2 years, well, this past May and then last May, we did a plant swap. Our meetup point in between both of us, Jen's in West Virginia, I'm in New Jersey. It's a place called Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So we have a park there with a great big pavilion. And so it was at the plant swap in May where we all loved being together, the people that joined us, and we're like, let's do a tomato tasting and seed swap. And so we decided end of September. And Jen and I have already decided that's too late. For next year, we will do it earlier, because while I'm still getting lots of tomatoes, for those of you, and most of you, maybe not most of you, a lot of you are probably done, especially down south or up north even. I still have lots of green stuff on my plants, but I'm finding the tomatoes just don't have the shelf life that they normally do. Like they kind of go bad on the counter within a few days, where others, during the season can often go a few weeks. So next year we will do earlier, but we have so many people coming, which is so exciting. Ken Fry from Forgotten Heirlooms will be there to sell seeds. So if you're looking, especially, we have our Micropalooza going on in the group starting in just a couple weeks, October 1st. So if you're looking to get micros, or he's got all kinds of other great Kentucky and Appalachian varieties and all that, he will be there. And then our friends from Inspired Garden Life, Tim and Darylyn, are making a great big 3-week trip out of it, and they're going to stop by. So you've probably seen if you're in the group, but if you're not in the group, maybe you don't know. Anybody that's planning on coming to Carlisle gets a free shirt. They have a new faith-based line of shirts, and they are offering a free t-shirt to those of you coming to Carlisle. But the deadline to sign up for that is today. So let me get you the link. It is pinned to the featured tab at the top of the page, but I can put it in the comments here. I'll get to all your comments in a minute. I just want to get this up a few times. So hopefully that what I just put up there has a link. But again, the deadline's today. They're leaving, so it needs to be in by today. You'll get your shirt. If you wear your shirt to Carlisle next Friday, you'll be eligible to win some limited edition things from them that you can only get from being there. If you can't come, and there's all kinds of reasons you can't come, look at that post in that featured carousel at the top of the group, because they're offering another opportunity if you can't come. I mean, not everybody. So we have some people coming from a very long way. I think I saw somebody yesterday who's driving 11 and a half hours to come, but it's not doable for everybody, obviously. So make sure you look at the post, because they have an alternative way that you can get a shirt. They're always offering great things. So I ordered my free one, and I ordered another one too. Right when I think they don't have anything they can't possibly top their last collection. They do. The shirt I'm wearing today is from them. It's our group logo, Tomato Lovers Collective. Shirts wash up great. So I'm super excited. I'm going to cry when I meet them. Those of you who have placed orders with them, you know they are just the most generous people. So again, if just in case you haven't watched before, you want to check them out at inspiredgardenlife.com. They have a special Tomato Lovers Collective collection, which is really neat. They also have a brand new Pepper Lovers collective collection. Again, Pepper Lovers collection. It's a mouthful. So anyway, I hope you guys are coming on Friday. I started to say, if you are coming and you don't have tomatoes to taste, don't sweat it out. If you are coming on next Friday, and don't have seeds to share, don't sweat it. Just come. All we want is you. It's really just an opportunity to get together, and we'll chat. We'll have some prizes, and we'll have name tags so we all get to know each other. But it looks like we're going to have a great crowd. So I'm super excited about that. What else? Let me get to some comments. I've really missed you guys. And here he is, Sherman, always with our first comment. I can't. Oh, 6 hours ago. You slipping, Sherman. Happy Thursday. Welcome back, Lauren. So glad you're here. Welcome, fellow tomato heads. Hey, Sherman. And countdown to Carlisle, 8 days. You know it. Hey, Nicole, excited for the live today. We missed you, Lauren. We're so glad you're back. Me too. I'm hoping I feel good for next Friday, but no matter if I'm not, I will be there. Oh, and Mr. Tomato Head's coming. Did I tell you guys that? Yes, the elusive Rob, my husband, will be there. I'm excited to bring him along, and my son may stop by. He doesn't live all that far from Carlisle. Hey, Susan, nice to see you. And blah, blah. Oh, I'm really behind in comments. Hey, Leslie, nice to see you. These shows are a highlight of my week. Mine too. Mayor from afar is here. Hey, Lori, nice to see you. And Sherva. And Deborah, good morning to you in Australia. Wenthish, so glad to see you're back. Looking forward to next Friday. Woohoo! Me too. We had such a great crowd for our plant swap, and this is from, Jen put up a post in the group last week, I guess, kind of asking people so we could get an idea of how many are coming. And a lot of you are making the trip, which is fantastic. And then some of you that were there in May, I don't know if there's anybody that came to the original Carlisle crew in May that isn't coming, but I hope you guys can all join us too. Hi, Teresa. Happy Awesome Sauce Thursday to you. Lauren and fellow tomato fanatics, growers. They're interchangeable, really, aren't they? Hi, Annette. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I do appreciate the prayers a lot. I'm very hopeful. I know I tell some people I've got Lyme disease, and they're like, oh, it's not like it's great news, but having an answer and something you can treat gives me hope that maybe the antibiotics will do it, and then it will be like done. And it just explains a lot. It's a lot better than the unknown, which is kind of frustrating. And a lot of us living with chronic pain and illness, we live with a lot of unknown. So this one was really puzzling me, why it just started happening. But taking doxycycline and lots of probiotics too. So all is good. Hey, Drew, I missed you too. Mary, happy to see you, Mary. I put something in Micro Dwarf Monday. You were asking for something, and I don't know if you saw my comment to you today. Chinese Paradise. I've added that to the list of things that I owe you. Thanks, Teresa. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hey, look who's here. Jen's here. So happy to be here today, and happy my beautiful friend is doing better. I love you, Lauren. Thank you for being the beautiful person you are. I love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to do this with you and Keena. It really is. Now I'm going to get really emotional, but I expect a lot of well wishes from my gratitude group. They're all people living with chronic pain and illness too, and they kind of know what it's like. Even though in my group we're not allowed to really talk about what's going on, so a lot of people don't know. But the tomato people, you guys are the best. The well wishes and the prayers have been overwhelming. I appreciate it very, very much. Hey, Dawn, nice to see you. It's been a while. And Deb's here. Hey, Lauren and fellow tomato friends. Hey, Deb. Deb's sending me seeds for a variety she told me about today that looks great. Hey, Alex is here. Alex, your crosses are looking amazing. They're looking awesome sauce. I can't wait to talk about them on this very show sometime. Tiffany, hi Tiffany, nice to see you. And Lisa, glad to have you back. Hope you feel better. Happy to be here with you guys. Hey Missy, happy Thursday to you. And Tara Dove's here. Hi, everyone. Happy Tomato Thursday. We're all so glad you're feeling better, Lauren. Thank you. Thank you. Some of the varieties I'm going to show you and talk about today, I will have at Carlisle that you guys can taste. Not a lot. I mean, I will definitely have tomatoes. My problem is, and Jen was talking about this too. Jen, I don't know if you want to elaborate, but so if you followed me at all, you know that I had a big aphid problem in the garden early in the season. And I did a video on getting ladybugs and letting them loose in my garden, and they got rid of the aphids. And I was all, hunky dory, everything's great. I swear it was like overnight one day last week. Actually, may have been 2 days, over 2 days. I hadn't gone outside for a couple days. So that tells you how bad I was feeling. And all of a sudden I am infested again. I don't know if it's because it was cold weather and then it got to warm weather again. I don't know, but they are way worse than they were early in their season. Not freaking out as much because the season's winding down. May have a few weeks, hopefully, until our first frost, usually around the middle of October. But it's disgusting. Really gross. Like, I swear they just popped up out of nowhere. Jen had a rough year with aphids too, she told me, but how did that happen? They were gone. I'm glad they were gone all season. I'm not complaining, and I'm not going to order more ladybugs for now since it's so late in the season, but it's gross. So how these new tomatoes that I'll be bringing to Carlisle taste, I don't know. But I'm still getting tomatoes like new ones I'm tasting that have pretty high brick scores. So, as long as the tomatoes sort of ripe by the time, what they do right now is suck juice out of the leaves. So it would affect probably any of the new tomatoes that are just forming, but we shall see. Oh, prizes. I forgot about prizes. So I am giving away some seed prizes today. If you are new to the show, just type in #tomato and I'll be doing a drawing at the end of the episode. I'll tell you what the varieties are at the end. And we have Justin Arnold, who so graciously is offering seeds. He's from Australia. I was talking about a variety that I'm going to talk about today that is primarily from Australia. And he's offered to give seeds away for the broadcast. So he's offering one of the varieties, but I'll wait until after I talk about them to talk about it. But yes, let me make sure. Gotta make sure the giveaway tool's working. Hang on. All right. So everybody type in #tomato and we should be good to go. Hi, Michael. Nice to see you. Hi, Christina. Nice to see you too. Here's our friends, Tim and Darylyn. Super great to see you. Hope you're feeling better. We miss you. Miss you too. I'm going to cry when I meet you guys next week. Oh, Malachi Jen's here. Hey, my beautiful friend. Hope you're feeling better. It's lovely to see your face. Thank you. Nice to see you too. And here's our third musketeer. Keena's here. Happy to see you live again. Me too. Thank you, my friend. Hi, Natalia. And who else do we have? Lots of love given around here. Keena, did you see the email from Inspired Garden Life? Just wanted to make sure it did not get lost in your spam folder. It has a surprise in it just for you. Hey, Nicole Smith's here. Hey, Nicole. Nice to see you. We're talking about deer ticks now. Oh, Lord, in Manitoba, it was so bad that we always had to pick ticks off of each other. Glad you figured it out instead of waiting. Yeah, if it wasn't for my swollen ankles, legs, and feet, and I showed Jen a picture, it was really swollen. And it just happened during my show. Like I was sitting here. The left one had been swelling a little bit over the weeks prior, but nothing like this. So that's what made me go to the doctor. Otherwise, and that's a blessing. That's a gratitude for sure, because if I didn't go to the doctor and get blood work done, who knows how long it could have been until I figured it out. and I'd still be treating it with steroids, which is not how you treat Lyme disease. So I'm very, very grateful for the sign from God that my swollen ankles, feet, and legs for sure. But yeah, deer ticks are very hard to find. I've had many, I've had many wood ticks. They're still small, but they're bigger. But deer ticks, they're pretty hard to see. So glad you've got answers. Me too. Me too. Oh, Keena's checking her spam folder right now. Good. Thank you, Teresa. Praying you just keep improving quickly. Me too. Me too. And my positive attitude will help. Thank you. Attitude of gratitude, right? It's my other group. Hey, Akelia. So happy to be back with my tomato friends. Me too. Hi, Charlie. Nice to see you. Thanks so much for sharing your health situation. Happy to hear you are on the mend from Lyme. Thank you. Me too. My son had it years ago. I don't know why I never thought of it. I mean, I've been tested before. It's very common where I live. Very. But I mean, I guess you don't find a tick on yourself. And I have so many other issues going on all the time. I'm like, all right, what did I do? What did I eat? Is it stress I had from this, that, the other thing? So it didn't make a connection. But once they told me, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Because with an autoimmune disorder, any kind of infection or whatever just makes your immune system go haywire. So it makes sense. I'm very hopeful. Thanks, Mayor, from afar. I appreciate it. Thank you, Missy. Hey, Mandy. Welcome back, Lauren. Lovely to see you. Thank you. Nice to see you, too. Much love and healthy vibes, says Lisa. I appreciate it. Teresa says, Jen, she's been missing yours and Ben's taste. Uh-oh, what's happening? My Siri's freaking out here. Missing your taste test. No pressure, but I wanted you to know. Mary says, I'm driving, so can't take notes till we get home. Sherva says, I'm so happy that you're doing better. I've missed you and the show the last couple of weeks. Yeah, normally just feeling kind of yucky doesn't make me cancel a show because it always does me good. But I forget what happened. I think last week was bad tremors. And what the week before was, I don't know. But it's not normally, because I've still been working and all that stuff and doing my writing and all that. Although with tremors, that can be challenging too. But yeah, there were good reasons why I canceled the show. I know one week was tremors. I forget what the other week was. I'm so sorry you have Lyme disease. Hi, Rebecca. In July, I was in the same boat with Lyme disease and a blood clot. Stay out of the sun while taking those antibiotics. Take care. Well, thankfully, not that the season's over yet, but I'm not outdoor. If it was earlier in the season, and honestly, wish I was treated earlier in the season because it would be easier to get rid of, but I'm out there all the time. I haven't been out there as much just because not really any work to be done. I'm not tying anything up anymore. I'm just harvesting really. But yes, I do know about the sun. Jen and Ben getting a lot of me too, missing your taste test, my friend. Love Forgotten Heirlooms, says Missy. Me too. And Ken Fry, who's the owner of Forgotten Heirlooms. He's a good guy. He's one of the good ones. If you can't make Carlisle, still check out his shop. It's forgottenheirlooms.com. You can get micro dwarfs for Micropalooza. The only rules for Micropalooza is that you start October 1st or later. There's no starting earlier. And then once a week, I put up a progress post every Friday, and we can all share our pictures together, and we follow along with the progress. Somebody in the group is doing it with their classroom, which I think is super cool and fun. But you're not committing to anything. It's really just for fun. For a lot of us, it will be the off season when these are growing indoors. For others of you, it is like Deborah and Justin, it is your season. So you can grow them outdoors if you'd like. But just to make things fair, we just say no starting before October 1st. But you can start, some people start a month later, 2 months later. It's October 1st or later. Not everybody can start on October 1st, but we do have fun with it. So that's really the only thing you're committing to. You're not committing to sharing seeds, although the seeds are a nice plus for seed swaps. And if anybody needs help, let me get our group. In our group guides, we have a micro and mini dwarf resource sheet. And I'm going to put the link in the comments right now. It is in our group guides. If you go to the guides tab, you will see it there. but it's an ongoing sheet. I haven't put up any new stuff recently, but it has heights and all of that. And that can be really helpful for growing microdwarfs indoors, because a lot of vendors are using microdwarfs when they're not really microdwarfs. And so you can get a microdwarf that's as small as 3 inches tall. What is that, like 10 centimeters? And, some are using, they're barely dwarfs and they're calling them micros. There's some mini dwarfs, and that spreadsheet has them too. But there's a big difference between a 4-inch variety and a 24-inch variety when you're growing indoors. It sounds very doable when you're looking at it on paper, but it's a challenge for lighting. So just keep that in mind. But if you go to that spreadsheet, that can help you out with heights and different things. We have Micro Dwarf Monday. Every Monday, you can ask for 5 to 5 varieties. So you can go up back to this Monday and put 5 varieties if you don't already have it. There's, or if you didn't already participate this week. And our most wanted post, you can put that up. So, and then Seed Seeking Saturday, you can certainly ask for micros there too. But anyway, check out Forgotten Heirlooms. He has the biggest selection of micro dwarfs of anybody I know. Meraki Seeds in Greece also has a great selection, as does Heritage Seed Market. Bunny Hop Seeds has some new ones out too, and she's constantly adding. Their shipping times, I'm not sure you'd get it for October 1st. I don't want to commit him to anything, especially since he's coming to Carlisle, but you may want to reach out to him. If not, I'm sure you'd get it soon. My shipping with him has always been super, super quick. Oh, am I caught up on the comments? I kind of am, I think. Brandy. Hi, Brandy. Inspired Garden Life is so generous. I've been proudly wearing my shirt I won on the last live. They are so generous. The first Thursday of the month, they sponsor this show, and they give away 5 free t-shirts anywhere, just about anywhere in the world, and 3 gift cards. And this is once a month they do this. It's not 1 free t-shirt, it's 5. So they are wonderful. And Frances is one of their models who always does a cute job modeling for them. I'm so glad to see Lauren and Tomato friends today. Needed a nice distraction. Yeah, I think the world can use a nice distraction this week. I sure can, that's for sure. Mr. Tomato Head is real. Yes, he is. And he's adorable. And he's taking the day off of work so he can be there with me. So he told me to tell you all, he's afraid you'll be disappointed. Not really, like he doesn't have bad self-esteem. But I think I've built him up so much, and he's like, I'm just me. But it'll be nice to have him there with me. Hey, Alex. I guess I'm not caught up. I'm going behind here. Rowena's here. Hey, Rowena. Slightly late because I had to finish watching Veggie Plot doing a taste test that included Bananas Noir. It wasn't his favorite of the week, but he really did enjoy it. Ah, well, I'm glad he enjoyed it. Remind me, Rowena, I need to talk to you about the Bananas Noir cherry privately, because I got something unique out of it. I'm not sure if you did or not, but we can talk privately about it. I'm glad to hear that he liked it, though. I'll have to catch that taste test. Jen says, thank you, Inspired Garden Life, for your awesome generosity. You amaze me. Me too. Lots of people who love Tim and Darylyn. Hi, Pretty. Glad you're feeling better. So happy to see you. I'll be canning tomato sauce and watching Tomato Awesome Sauce. Yesterday, I canned salsa. That's a bit more work for me than the sauce, because I chop up the tomatoes in a food processor, and then I drain it in colander so it's not super watery. And tomatoes are like 95% water. So you can have a big thing of tomatoes, but it, works out to just a little bit. And then I put some pumpkin spice jalapenos in there that Jen gave me the plant of, and some sweet red peppers and cilantro and garlic. I leave out the onion in my salsa, and I use chilies and adobo sauce, which is, I think it's from Mexico. It's a very spicy but very flavorful. You get them in cans. What else do I put in mine? And then apple cider vinegar, because you need citric acid for canning. So that's a lot. I only got 4 jars out of it, but I'm going to be doing more now that the season's ending, because I have a lot of my sauce I'm calling Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce, but I'm thinking of calling the salsa Lauren's awesome salsa. I don't know if it rolls off the tongue or not. Natalia says, can't type a lot because driving, but I'll definitely be listening. Hoping you will feel so much better soon. Thank you. Me too. Thank you, Eva. So sorry to hear about your health, but I'm glad you are feeling better. Stay well. See, this is what I'm talking about with the tomato community. So kind and generous. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you. All right. If you're joining us late, make sure you type in hashtag tomato. We have 64 live viewers right now. So we've got some great seed prizes, including, everything we're giving away today. And one varieties from Justin Arnold. It's a real special one. That these are on their way to me from Australia. So whenever I get them, I will include them. But all the ones I'm talking about, not all the ones I'm talking about today, all the ones I'm giving away, I'm talking about today, and showing some of them too. Maybe tasting too. I have tasted already all of these. There's only, what have I not tasted yet? Lucky Bling. Hi, Janet. Didn't mean to skip over you. I wanted to say hi, like your tomato icon there. Nice to see you. Lucky Bling. I have not had any ripe. I finally picked my first one that's blushing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I haven't tasted yet. I think that may be it, finally. Oh, no. Angwe ES, which is a white. I'm working on a video right now, as a matter of fact. I don't think I shared it a couple weeks ago, but it's going to take some time because Bill Yoder told me that we were talking about the shelf life of tomatoes this time of year, and he said that rather than wait for first blush this time of the year, he'll go out and pick everything green, and he swears that picking things bright green, allowing them to ripen on the counter, tastes better than ripening on the vine this time of year. I don't know if that makes any sense. So he's like, you should do a video on it. So I am. I'm doing it with 3 varieties. Angwe ES is one of them, which is why I thought of it. So I've tagged 3 outside that I'm letting ripen on the vine. And then I picked 3 Angwe ES, or the other ones, Queen Nanny, maybe Polish Bling. I think it's those 3. So I picked those bright green. They're ripening indoors, and the others I'm going to let ripen on the counter. We're going to put it to the test. It'll be nice to see what the taste difference is, if anything, and how they do. So I'm working on that taste test, and thanks, Bill, for the idea. Jen, for sure, I noticed that my tomatoes definitely don't have the flavor they should. Those dang aphids suck the yummy stuff from my plants. I don't know where mine came from all of a sudden again, Jen. Is that what happened to you? Yours came back? I have been dealing with relentless attack after attack of aphids, never experienced it this bad. I never had them at all until this year. And then I had them, I get them inside once in a while with the micros, but never outside. And then I got rid of them. And like I said a couple of minutes ago, I'm glad I got rid of them for most of the season. But man, what is it that made them come back? And where are my ladybugs? I put up ladybug houses. I'm hoping they, I know it's been a little hot for them this season, but I'm hoping their relatives will come and make my garden a home. But all of a sudden, anybody know? Is it that it was colder weather and then it got hot again? I mean, it wasn't cold, but it was in the 70s. It got down into the 50s at, I think, maybe even 40s at some nights. Would that do it? Because it's gross out there right now, worse than it was earlier. Kina got their email. I'm one lucky and happy lady right now. Is Kids Seed Company here? I didn't see them comment. Did I miss your comment? I'm so glad you're here because I'm talking about a very special variety. I was going to talk about it, I guess it was 2 weeks ago when I was going to do the show, and I canceled last minute. That's what happened. So it was 2 weeks ago. They sent me a very special variety that I'm going to showcase today. I didn't see them. I'm sorry I didn't see your comment, you guys, but I'm glad you're here. They did know I was going to talk about the variety today. Really, really glad you're here. I think you guys are going to really love the story behind this very special tomato that they've released. And you're going to love it. I know I sure do. Jen says, no ankles. They had disappeared. So scary looking. I know, it didn't look like my feet at all. Hey, Mike. Nice to see you. And yes, at least you know what the problem is. Now you can deal with it. Absolutely. Hey, Chantel, I'm just glad you know what's going on. That had to be scary. Sending you all the good vibes, Lauren. I was probably the only person on the planet that was ever thrilled to hear she had Lyme disease. I'm just so used to, after the 25 years getting all these tests, and you're like, no, we can't figure it out. So this was kind of nice in a weird way. Great to see your smiling face. Thanks for Minta. Nice to see you. Natalia, I got my Hazel Creek tomato seeds from Mr. Mike. So happy and grateful. I assume if they're from, are they from Mike from this season? Because there was some, I think I talked about it the last time I was on. Some people were getting a red regular leaf and red potato leaf. The real Hazel Creek is a pink and it's potato leaf, and it's delicious, and it bears no resemblance to the red. I grew a regular leaf and a potato leaf, and I haven't been well, and I've been meaning to put up my review of the real Hazel Creek up on YouTube, or not YouTube, and Instagram. It's really outstanding. One of my favorite of the year. Nice surprise. I tasted the red first. I got ripe ones of that first. I was afraid to tell Mike. I just didn't like it very much because he sent these to so many of us. But and then he asked me, and I'm like, I didn't really like it, but I still have the pink one to go. And then I tasted it. It was like mind blowing. So make sure if you guys are getting Hazel Creek, they're the correct ones, because it's definitely worth growing. Jen says, I'm listening and packing up seed for 2 weeks for next week's swap taste test in Carlisle. I'm so thrilled to get to meet so many of you. I know we're going to meet so many new friends. Very excited. All right, I want to. Francis Lamont is the model inspired gardener. Just in case you missed it, and if you're joining us in Carlisle next Friday, today is your last day to get your free special t-shirt from Inspired Garden Life. I'm going to put the link in the comments again. You can also find it in the group under the featured tab. Click on that link, order by today, or the end of today, I guess. And if you wear that t-shirt to Carlisle on Friday, next Friday, you'll be eligible to get some very limited edition swag, is what I understand. So I can't wait. Oh, Heidi's here. Hey, Heidi. Glad to see you in person, Lauren. Me too, my friend. Looks like, so Heidi runs an ultra rare swap over on Instagram, and she's doing it with Jen Caputo, right? Jen Caputo Murphy, is that her name? I should know this. Jen Caputo, right? They're partnering up this year. It's a great swap. It looks like they're all full now. It fills up fast because it's a really popular swap. But for those of you that got in, I'm wishing you a lot of luck. Heidi does an amazing, Jennifer Caputo Murphy, right? Jennifer Caputo Murphy. Sometimes you get to know people on Facebook or on Instagram. I think on Instagram she might be Jennifer Caputo. I'm not sure, but in Facebook it's like Lauren Blanchard Zaleski, right? In real life, I'm really just Lauren Zaleski. But in a previous life, I was Blanchard. So I put them together. We love our Mrs. Tomato Head. Thank you. Love you all back. Hey, Nisha. Sorry this early part is taking so long. It's just been a couple weeks, and I want to make sure we get everybody in here. Hey, Brianna. Got caught up making homemade mac and cheese, but I'm still here. That sounds good. Hi, Terry. Nice to see you, my friend. Make sure you put in hashtag tomato to be eligible to win. At the end of the episode, I'll do a prize drawing for three people. They'll get some prizes, and the variety that Justin is sending me, I'll be able to give more of it in the future. I think he's sending me quite a few. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Chantel. Just want to make sure thank you, Terry. Likes are valuable to Lauren Green. Thumbs up, please. I appreciate it. I know you'll be there in spirit. Jen and I have to talk about it. We're planning on doing a live broadcast. I don't know timing and all of that yet. Hopefully Ben the man's coming, because we could only get online last in May because of his, we had to use his phone as a hotspot. So I assume Ben's coming. Alex says, Bill has a point. A farmer I know does the same thing. I'm very curious to try this taste test out. I mean, I always pick it first blush. I talk about this all the time. I've done taste tests before with the refractometer, and I find no noticeable difference in taste. But what if you pick before first blush? That's what I'm testing. Um, and so, yeah, for Bill Yoder to say that, I'm like, oh, that's a really good video. Um, Missy, Queen Nanny, the Phil Seneca one. It is so hard to find. Yes. And I will have these to taste in Carlisle. This is Queen Nanny, one of my favorites of the year by Phil Seneca. I'm talking about a couple others of his today. I think I reviewed this one a couple weeks ago. One of my favorites of the year. It doesn't look like much, but this is outstanding. One of my favorites of the year. I think we gave it an 8.5 or a 9. They were hard to find. I think I'll be able to get those back into circulation in no time. Drew says, yeah, my yellows were overripe. This heat wave had something to do with it. Interesting. Oh, about the aphids. No, mine never came back after the molasses spray. Not a one since, but the damage was already done. I'm sorry to hear that. Mine, I don't think taste-wise. I've had some really fantastic taste tests. I don't feel like the taste. In fact, this year, last year, I felt like the end of the season, the tasting wasn't that great. For whatever reason, they started to all blend together and lose sweetness. This year, I'm not finding that, but the plants are really gross. And I'm having a second wind of certain varieties too. Queen Nanny's one of them. Tupelo honey's making a comeback. Another thing I'm talking about today is making a comeback. It's kind of cool. Unfortunately, Malachite Box Black is also making a comeback. That will go well in my sauce. Not my salsa, but in my sauce. It'll cook that awful taste right out. I have sprayed with a weak solution of hydrogen peroxide. Works great. Are you talking for the aphids? Yeah, I'm not going to treat anything now. I would definitely do the ladybugs if it's in season again, or Jen's molasses trick seemed to work well with her. I'm not going to do anything now. It's just pointless. Achillea armyworms came out of nowhere for me this week. Ugh. My garden grows through stages. It was the aphids for the first time this year, and then usually end of August, that's August is when the disease sets in, the septoria, and then early September, late August is when I get the fruit worms. What are they called? Not the hornworms, but the other ones that just burrow their way into the tomato, and then those stink bug thingies that do a job on them too. I'm sure I've got things here. And that's another reason why I pick it first blush before they get too bad into my precious tomatoes. I've had aphids bad all season. Is this a first time for you? It's weird. They're coming out for the first time. Drew, small caterpillars took a liking to the underripe green tomatoes. I know, the little jerks. Little jerks. Oh, there's Kids Seed Company. Hey there, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to be showing some of your pictures in a couple minutes. Oh, and Ken's here. Hey, Ken. Ken, I don't know if you were here yet, but I was telling everybody you're going to be in Carlisle. And I don't know if I was talking about this when you're on either. Is it too late to order from Micropalooza for October 1st, Ken? Or, when would shipping be? It's got to be October 1st or later. So I was talking about your shop and having the best selection for micro dwarfs. But yes, he will be selling seeds in Carlisle, and I'm so happy that we're going to get to meet you in person. I may cry when I meet you too. And Jen wants a picture. And Malachi Jen says, I think Bill's onto something. I feel like if nights are too cool, they get mealy. They do. And I think that's been the problem with mine, and why they look okay on the outside sometimes, and then they just go bad within days. So normally I can keep up with the seed saving, because once they start to go, I will save seeds from them. I don't like to waste anything, but they're going fast. Kina, my red regular leaf hazel creek was so good. I was super disappointed when it was wrong. It could at least be bad also. And they were quite big beefs as well. Typical. Interesting. We'll talk to Mike about that. I know he and I have been in touch quite a bit about this. I think there was some confusion when they gave him the tomatoes and they weren't quite sure what they were giving him, but he told me the right one is pink potato leaf. But I know my red was not good, and I think Malachi Jen also said her red was not good. I'm glad yours was. Mine weren't super big either, so that's interesting. Maybe talk to Mike and see what the scoop is and what he has to say about that. Achille, I got into the rare seed swap. Yay! Congratulations. Link to rare swap. They put it in the group several times, Charlie, but it's on Instagram. If you follow Heidi at Twine and Trellis on Instagram, you can get in. But she was posting it ahead of time, and she did put it in the group just up to until a couple days ago. But I think they said they're all full now. Heidi, if that's incorrect, let me know. But and they've given me, Heidi's also given me some extras to give away as prizes before, which I appreciate. No pressure at all if you don't have them this time, Heidi, but I see what you guys get in that rare seed swap, and it's good stuff. Jen's, of course, I'm bringing my muscle. Good. Our two guys will get together, your muscle and your guy with his hotspot. Oh yeah, Jen's growing Queen Nanny too. So productive, right? And mine are coming back. Like so productive. And usually I find the ones that are so productive they're not always the ones that taste good. Did you like the flavor, Jen? It's so good. And I love the looks of them too. May not be the best sandwich tomato because it's got the stem kind of going through the center, but it's good. It's good, good, good. Yeah, so we'll get that back in circulation in no time. Mary, I need to add Queen Nanny to my in search of. Private message me, my friend. Actually, I'll add it. I'll add it as one of the things I'm giving away today. I'll add it to the list. Trust me, you want this. All right, let me just quickly go through. Hey, Wolfpack Tarot. Make sure you guys put in hashtag tomato. Couldn't find those either. Phil Seneca. I wish I was close to there because I'd be there for sure. Yes, it's the vine borer, the stink bug looking thingies. Yes, I believe that's it. Oh, and Ken says it's not too late to order from Micropalooza. So let me get you the link. I'm sure you guys know it, but it's forgottenheirlooms.com. He's put up so many new things. I'm putting the direct link in the comments here. So many new micros. Ken and I do a lot of trading together. Mandy says, I have issues with leaf-footed bugs. Yeah, I'm not sure if mine are the leaf-footed. I think they might be the leaf-footed. They look like stink bugs, right? Hi, Yvette. Nice to see you. Hi, Becca. Nice to see you, my friend. Glad you're back, Lauren. And of course, I haven't talked about a single tomato yet, except for Queen Nanny, pretty much. I'm sad I missed entering the swap. Well, last year was great. Yeah, it goes fast, doesn't it? Hey, Justin. Good morning. Starting the day with tomato talk and a pumpkin spiced latte. Hey, Justin. I'll be talking about you in a minute. Ooh, Jen, I just packed up some Stella del Sol for you, my friend. I'm so glad you got the right one. This is a white one from Switzerland that was on my wish list. And then Sabine from Banna Seeds ordered them for me. And she sent them to me. And I grew a couple plants. And I gave one of them to Jen at the seed swap. And I gave one of them to Heidi, who gave hers to Haley. Mine was a cuckoo. Jen got the real one. So I'm really looking forward to that. How did you like it, Jen? I'm not sure if you told me. A beautiful white one. I got so many cuckoos this year, and I think every single one is from a vendor. It happens, but I got a lot of cuckoos. I thought I had a lot last year. I got a lot this year, and that was one of them. Oh, here's Heidi. The rare tomato seed swap is full. So excited about what we have coming in this year. If you want to be on the wait list, in case someone needs to drop out, DM Jen Caputo Murphy. So at Jen Caputo Murphy. Thanks, Heidi. Anyone know if Bunny Hop will restock the new sweet tomato varieties? They were gone so quickly. I think she said she will be. She's got a lot of other stuff to restock. Yes, they look like stink bugs, and that's what I've got. They're little jerks. Hi, Gigi. Nice to see you. You didn't miss anything, Natalia, except me. All right, I think I'm caught up. Let's talk about some tomatoes. Did I get everything? So next Friday is Carlisle, PA. If you need help with hotels or anything like that, let me know. Don't forget, today is the deadline to put in for the free shirt given to us by Tim and Darylyn from Inspired Garden Life. Wear that on Friday if you're coming, and you'll be eligible for some limited edition merch. So make sure you get that. Bring money for Forgotten Heirlooms. Ken Fry will be there. Ken, I assume you take credit cards on site too, right? And then make sure you get your seeds for Micropalooza or Micro Dwarf. Growing starts October 1st in the group. And finally, make sure you join us on Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. Okay, we're only an hour in before I talk about a tomato. And of course, I'm overly ambitious today. But we'll see what we get to. All right. Oop, no, I didn't. Not starting with that one. Let's start with this one. Here we go. Here's the special one, brand new from Kids Seed Company. It's called Hurricane Helene. It is their first tomato that they have bred. I got this. Laura and the gang sent this to me as a surprise with a lovely note that says the Hurricane Helene tomato is the first tomato that we have bred, and we wanted you to be the first person to have a packet of seeds. You can read more about it on our website, and we are donating all sales to our local food bank. We hope you like it. It's a beautiful pink ox heart. Thank you, Laura, and all you guys, Laszlo, Mina, Natalia, and Yona. Thank you all for sending these to me. Let me tell you about this variety. It is on their website, so you can order them now. And like she said in the note, the proceeds go towards the Asheville Food Bank. But let me read to you what they say on the website. And I'll put up this picture of their cutie patooties and the flooding. This is from them. They were affected by Hurricane Helene. Here's what they have to say about on their site. This new tomato is very special to us because it's the first tomato that we bred. Here's the story. About 10 years ago, a friend of ours who farms in the Sandy Mush community of Buncombe County, way out in the mountains, gave us a nameless tomato variety that her family has grown for over 100 years. The tomato had amazing flavor and the plants were very productive. While we loved almost everything about the variety, the fruits tended to be small. We are big fans of heart-shaped tomatoes, so we decided to cross the variety with one of our favorite heirlooms, Hungarian heart tomato. The result of our cross was a larger heart-shaped tomato that had similar flavor to the Sandy Mush tomato, and the plants remained very productive. We grew the variety for several summers to be sure the cross was stable, and we're pleased that the attributes of the cross remained year after year. In the late summer of 2024, we were preparing to name and release the new variety when tragedy hit our region of western North Carolina. We began to receive warnings about a hurricane heading to our area around the 20th of September. My gosh, has that been almost a year? Like almost a year to the day, isn't it? Wow. I'm sure to you guys it feels like an eternity. Being in the mountains, hundreds of miles from the coast, we did not anticipate the destruction that Hurricane Helene would bring. On September 26th, we were drenched with over 15 inches of rain, and Helene arrived in western North Carolina on September 27th with 70-mile-per-hour winds. On the morning of the 27th, we were sheltered in our house as the winds howled, and soon we began to see dozens of trees uprooted and crashing. A group of pine trees fell narrowly, missing our house and destroying fencing and part of our garden. A creek near our property jumped the banks, and we eventually decided to leave the house to shelter with neighbors up the hill because the water from the creek was getting perilously close to our house. And you can see, I don't know where that shot is of the flooding there, but you can see how high it is compared to the car in there. And you can see the trees down with the girls and their son behind them, and their cute little doggy too. Where did I leave off? As we ran up the hill, we saw our neighbors below near the creek were rescued in boats by fire crews. After the storm passed, we were thankful to be safe, but then the reality of the situation began to sink in. Thousands of trees in our neighborhood were down, cars had been carried down the creek from where they were parked, and neighbors' houses had been flooded with feet of mud and water. It's awful. Since we had no power, water, or internet connection, we did not know the damage from the storm until days later, when we learned that hundreds of people perished and billions of dollars of property had been destroyed. After Hurricane Helene, we did not have clean drinking water for 3 weeks. Our power was out for a month, and our internet service took 40 days to be restored. While it was surreal to walk throughout our community daily and see the destruction and hear the harrowing experiences of our neighbors, it was also refreshing to see how people from all over the region came together to help one another in any way that was necessary. During this time, we received incredible support from our community of customers. Seed orders came pouring in, and hundreds of concerned customers sent us messages asking what they could do to help. We truly appreciated you all during this difficult time. Enter the Hurricane Helene tomato. So we decided to name our new tomato variety Helene after the storm, and we will donate 100% of the proceeds to Manna Food Bank in Asheville, North Carolina. While progress has been made in the past year rebuilding after the storm, many people in our region are still struggling to get back to the life they knew before the storm. We think you'll enjoy our Hurricane Helene tomato as much as we do, and it will be an honor that the first tomato that we bred will grow in your gardens. So there it's Kids Seed Company. I think I made up a banner here. Nope, I didn't, but let me get it up for you. kidsseedco.com. Here's the website. Okay. kidsseedco.com, 1S, KIDSEEDCO.com. And check out, they're also carrying the new Red Trash Panda for anybody still looking for that. They've got all kinds of new things up, but the Hurricane Helene is brand new, and we can help support this wonderful cause and their beautiful new tomato by taking part in it. Those look incredible. They do, Mandy. Keena says that looks like a nice heart. It does. Francis says, God bless you all. Hurricane recovery's tough. Congrats on your tomato. Nicole says, that's a wonderful cause to donate to the local food bank, and 100%. Very, very generous. But I'm not surprised if any of you have ordered from Kids Seed Company before. They're a tight-knit family that really does all this together. It's not just mom and dad doing it all, and they're all involved in this. And they have beautiful stories that accompany all their tomatoes from their travels all over the world. Great pictures, great. I've shown their stuff before. In fact, I've got an envelope of more stuff I want to talk about soon, but the packaging is beautiful with information on it, a picture. Nice size packages too. So I really, really love them as a vendor, and nice people. And I really appreciate you guys sending me that. I will be growing it in my garden next year. Natalia says, that was a huge disaster here. I'm running to buy those seeds now. Oh, my son is a student in Asheville now. Gorgeous city with loveliest people. I hear there's a really big vegan community or plant-based community in Asheville. Is that true? I want to visit. Love the streaks of white. It is beautiful, isn't it? So congratulations, guys, and thank you for doing it for such a worthy cause. Such a terrible tragedy, but it seems like this tomato was supposed to be named that. Hey, Julia. Oh, wow, that's a nice heart. I agree. And yes, thank you. Hope you can all support. Go to kidsseedco.com and check out Hurricane Helene tomato. And I know I'm not alone in saying that I love the tomatoes with stories, and we can not only support this cause, but we can keep that story alive with the varieties we share seeds in the future. Okay, let's go to the next one. This one I have to show you. And this is one that I am giving away for the prize package today. This is one of the varieties. It's called Orexa Baleta. It is from Spain, and I have one right here. This was very late for me. Rowena, I know Rowena's had ripe ones for a while. They've only been ripening for me for maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, and now they're coming in like gangbusters. Production has been crazy. But I wanted to grow this one because it was winning all kinds of awards in Spain. Brix on this for me was a 4.0. As you can see, they're a really nice size. It's often known as Morado de Arexta Baleta too, which means purple, purple or dark sometimes, but I don't know why it's not a purple. It's a red, I believe, but this is Arexta Baleta. A member in our group, in fact, of this show, told me in the spring, or told us, that's the best Spanish tomato, hands down. We wrote our just general notes. We wrote it's tangier than sweet, smooth, buttery texture, lots of umami. And then a website that says Foods Wines from Spain says that it's got a low water content, which enhances the flesh's medium sweet flavor with low to moderate acidity. Classic tomato garden smell with strong earthy umami and low bitterness. It was late season for me, as I just said, but boy, is it productive. I've got a counter full of these right now. Those of you in Carlisle, chances are you'll get a chance to taste this. Definitely go home with seeds from it if you'd like it. Anybody else grown this? It is a big boy, for sure. Oh my God, that's huge. Just wait. I think the next one I'm talking about is even bigger. Lots of vegan places. That's what I heard. And breweries. I don't drink, but I'm sure my husband would appreciate that. Hey, Rana. Nice to see you, or Rona. Make sure you type in hashtag tomato in the comments. I'll be giving away seeds for this as well as a few others. What else do we have to say about it? Tomato faifu says it's a very popular and emblematic variety of the Spanish Basque country, originating from the village of Arexta Baleta. It's also known, as I said, as Morado de Arexta Baleta or Arexta Baletaco Moscaro, depending on what country your vendor's in. Fruits weighing 200 to 300 grams. Mine was 12 and a half ounces. So pretty big. Oh, and there's more information from Tomato Faifu. Says Morado means purplish. It is a generic term. There are several varieties with this name and their origin specified. So Morado del Oria, Morado de Cuevas, de San Marcos. There's a lot of Morados, which is why I left it out in this. It could be just like it can be confusing, I think, if there's a lot of different Morados, or there's often Negro de San Marcos, Negro de Santiago is when I'm growing, Negro Segurino. So I just decided to leave it out, but it's often known. Tomato de Charme in France sells this variety, I know. I think they may be out of stock, but you can check them out. And so, yeah, we had a Brix of 4.0 and we rated it a 7.5. So I just got an ad for diarrhea medicine and then chocolate. Such a combo. Sorry. Oh, Kid Seed Company says, we appreciate you all and it's great to see you, Lauren. Well, nice to see you too. I think there's no better place than to share about this variety than online live with the tomato community, who I know they'll spread it to their few friends, but I was thrilled when I got this with your note, and I'm really happy to share it today. I hope you get lots and lots of orders for this wonderful cause. That thing is huge, says Chantel. It is. It's beautiful too. I don't want to cut open everything today, especially since I'm running quite behind. If there's something you guys really want to see open, let me know. I do have it right there. So you can see what the inside looks like. I will be cutting into a few, but I also want to save some things for Carlisle next week. Now, I don't know if these will be good for Carlisle next week, but we shall see. But if there's anything you guys are dying to see the inside of, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to pass on this one for today. Am I? Am I though? What else do I want to cut into? Yeah, I'll pass on this one for today. But if you guys want to see the inside, let me know. I will be happy to. Alan Tooth wants to know where I can get some Grandpa Henry's tomato seeds. I don't know. But if you're a member of our group, you can put it in our Most Wanted post or Seed Seeking Saturday, or perhaps somebody will see this in the comments and know where you can get them. I don't know if I have them or not. If I do, I don't have enough for a trade. Hey, Jennifer, can you repeat the name of the company who has those seeds, please? Sure. It's Kids Seed Co. Here's the banner right here. Kids Seed. Oh, do you mean of Oryxa Boleta? This is the one with Hurricane Helene. Yeah, let me get you. Do I have it on here? It's Tomate de Charme in France, and they do ship. I don't know if they're shipping to the United States right now. I know a lot of things are a bit confusing with things right now, but I'll put the link. It doesn't say anything on their website about not shipping to the US right now, but I've seen other websites that are not shipping to the United States. So you may want to check. All right. Here is the link. It's tomatedecharme.com. And they do have an English version, which is that /en, but you can click on it when you're on the site. So tomatedecharme.com for Oryxa Boleta. They've got all kinds of Spanish varieties there too. I've ordered several things from them. And Kid Seed Company too. They've got a lot of Spanish ones. In fact, Laura, I know I promised you guys some seeds. I haven't forgotten about you. I'm just very behind in getting seeds out with, just behind because I'm offering a lot and also I haven't been feeling well. But I haven't forgotten about you. There's definitely some things you need to grow, including Hazel Creek. Especially being from North Carolina, you need to grow Hazel Creek, and I've got the correct ones. Okay, so that's Oryxa Boleta. Nobody else has grown this, huh? Rowena, did you have anything you wanted to say about it? Okay. Next one. Oh, that was Hurricane Helene. Bears repeating, though. Cute kids. I can't believe I haven't talked about this one yet. I was shocked. I have an ongoing list that shows in alphabetical order what I've talked about and when. And I definitely talked about it in my grow list video, but I haven't talked about it because this was one of my earliest varieties. And this is one that is making a comeback all of a sudden in my garden. It's called Crépuscule. It's from France. It's from Cultive Taru, or Cultivate Your Street, which definitely is no longer shipping to the United States, but I got seeds from my friend who ordered them from me. I did get an order or two in from them before they stopped. But this is a great tricolor variety that was really early season. It was cranking out tomatoes most of the season, and then it kind of died back maybe a month or so ago, and now all of a sudden it's got a second wind. Wait, you've never heard of this one, Mary? Just keep writing on your list. I've added that other one to your list today, but keep writing on your list. You haven't. It translates in English to dusk, which is why I have the /dusk. Rowena, mine were smaller than yours, but got better tasting as the season went on. Oryxa Boleta. I wonder if I should just taste it again right now. The show could go on for 3 hours. Let me do a little taste. Let's go back to Oryxa Boleta for a minute. Sure is pretty. Oops. All right, there it is, Oryxa Boleta. Beautiful. The first one I thought was good. It didn't knock my socks off. It's good. It's very juicy. I wish it had a little bit more sweetness, but it's quite good. I think I stick by my by our rating of a 7.5. Good, very tomatoey, very umami, lots of seeds and goo, which is my thing for sure. So, yeah, I'll have to check some as they're cranking it out now. Maybe I'll check recheck again as the season's almost over. But all right, let's get back to Crepuscule. Mary Rivas, I am shocked you don't know about this tomato. So as you can see, the Brix was a 5.2. We rated it quite highly, I think. Oh, 8.5. It's been a while since we've reviewed it. Flavorful, hugely productive. Starts up late again in the season after early production in the season. This is so productive. Sweet and tangy lingers on the palate, full-bodied. I mentioned it came from Cultive to Rue. I can't find any other information. Their site just says it's a rare variety. Doesn't say where it originates from. Could be from France, which is where they're from, but I don't know. Two-tone red and green flesh, very aromatic with excellent complex flavor. All right, I do want to cut into this one again because it's probably been a month and a half since I've cut into this. Some of them have more green and red. It sure is a pretty one. Curious to see how they taste as compared to earlier in the year. Oh, this is a pretty one. I'm always dripping on my keyboard. That's tasty. Very, very tasty. It's refreshing. Sweet, tangy. Checked all the boxes for me. It does have, it's not super intense, but intense enough where it doesn't get watery. I hate when they kind of fizzle out towards the end. This has a lot of flavor. So I like this. Crepuscule or Dusk. And I saw a note from you, I think about Crepuscule. I'm so bummed I didn't get fruits last year. I might have to try again. I think you'd like it. It's definitely a me and you kind of tomato, that's for sure. And yeah, production. I had no idea what I was in for with production. This was very, very productive. I'm already setting up a mess for myself. I have Carolina Dusk, but not this. I'm surprised you don't know about it. I definitely talked about it in my grow list shows, but then again, I talked about a couple hundred in my grow list shows. Mandy Pug, wow, looks delicious. Mandy's adding it to her list too. We got 2 Mandys here. Look at that, I know. Makes me want a hamburger real bad. You know what I forget to do every year? I forget to have like that one last tomato sandwich before they start going all bad. I have to do that. And I'm wanting to can with some of my green tomatoes too. There's a recipe for green tomato salsa I want to try. And just pickled green tomatoes. I want to try that too. Love the colors. Very pretty. Yes. I'm shocked I didn't talk about this until today. It's almost good by default with that color. You're right. You're right. Although I grew a lot with this color this year and they weren't all great, but this one was a really good one. And then last year, a couple of years ago, I didn't care for Spring Noir very much. And Morado Andalusia, I don't think I liked that one last year. I shouldn't be spreading rumors until I know for sure. Seven Rivers Tricolor, that was a no for me last year too, but this is a good one. Sweet and tangy, that's my kind of tomato. Mine too. That's true, Kina. My last year was so bad, so I should not count for anything's productivity. I'm so glad you had a better year this year. All right. What is next? Polish Bling. This is one I got from my friend Heidi Dolan. Sent me seeds for this. This is a Craig LaHoulier, a new variety. It is a cross of Polish and Blues Bling. The Brix was a 4.5. Overall, we gave it, the picture there says 4.1, but I took that picture before I retested. It was a 4.5, so I'll have to see if I can get a new picture with that. But it did get up to a 4.5. We gave it a 7.5 out of 10. We said delicious, spicy flavor. The flavor gets muted for a bit. This is strange. Muted for a bit, and then it comes back full force at the back end. Even the skin has lots of flavor. I do want to cut into this one to show you guys. No, I was just going to say something, and then I realized it's not necessarily true. I think Craig said it's going to be on Victory this year, but I think that was a different variety, so I'm not positive. Pretty. Let me check the bricks on this one. That's really tangy. Really tangy. Honestly, if I had to pick one or the other, I would pick tangy over sweet, but I do like when there's a little of both. I don't need it super sweet. Huh, it says it's 3.0. All right, well, whatever it is, it tastes good, and it did get up to 4.5. Juices went down the wrong way. That's a really yummy variety. I do taste, it's weird. Rob said spicy, and I, excuse me one moment, and I agree with him. It's got tangy and spicy. Tomato head dies on the air. News at 11. It's not a dwarf, by the way. I know Craig does a lot of dwarfs. This is not a dwarf. Late season potato leaf. I should have mentioned that. Potato leaf, late season, very healthy. I would say mid to late season for this one. His Lucky Bling, which is another one I'm growing, still, they're just ripening now. Okay, Polish Bling. Yeah, you think so too, right, Heidi? I think spicy is a good description for Polish Bling. I agree. Heidi takes the most beautiful pictures. I think I take good pictures. It's nothing like Heidi. The pictures she sent me originally are so beautiful. So beautiful. Bill Yoder takes, excuse me, good pictures too. It is thick-skinned. I don't think so. Why? Because I said the skin has lots of flavor? No. Nope. Not thick skin. Very tasty. There from afar. I need this one. I love tangy. It's getting to be very productive too. That was a treat. Heidi, thank you for those seeds. Sherman, we just got you back. Be careful. Well, if I'm going to die, I'd like to do it eating tomatoes, that's for sure. Bye, Kina. We'll watch the rest tomorrow. Good night, my friend. That would definitely be a dramatic way to go. I know. Okay. Killed by Polish Bling. Someone tell Craig. All right. This next one, I mentioned there's going to be a big one coming up, even bigger than the Oryxaboleta. And this is the one that Justin Arnold is donating seeds for. I put a post in the group last week about this great big variety where up until now you could only get seeds from a vendor in Australia. Excuse me. This is going to be interesting. From a vendor in Australia called Vasilis, Vasilis. They actually have a Facebook group devoted to growing these and big ones called the Big Malacca Tomato Competition. There's 3.6 thousand members in it. Deborah Henderson sent me seeds for this. Thank you, Deborah. Let me show you. These things are big. Big, big, big. And I was shocked at how good they are. But I will say it's good for a big variety. It's not like it knocked my socks off. But usually things we grow that are this big, and every one was over 1 pound. We've had two that are close to 2 pounds. But look at the size of these. They're huge. Our largest one was, I think, just under 2 pounds. And we weren't even trying to get big ones. You know, sometimes for those of you that like growing big ones, You'll, prune it just so you can have big ones. We kind of didn't care. I don't really care about getting the big ones. We got our 2-pounder last year. But these grow big regardless. And quite a few of them. We've probably got 10-ish of these great big things. They're later season for me, and they're super tasty. Brix is a 5.2, pretty high for a tomato this big, and we rated it a 7.5. Let's get back to the slideshow. Excuse me. Here we go. Big Malacca. So Justin has sent me a bunch of seeds for Big Malacca that have not arrived yet, but they will be here soon. After I put a post in the group asking if anybody else had grown it, somebody said they didn't have good luck with it. Somebody else said actually, a couple of people said, no, somebody got successful ones. I think maybe a couple of people didn't have good luck with it. For me, it's been incredibly disease resistant in a garden with lots of disease right now. And like I said, we weren't even pruning to try to get these big ones. So last year we grew one that was almost 3 pounds called large membranous. And I gave out a lot of seeds for that this year. That was a pretty good taste too. Big Malacca might have it beat. I forget what we rated large membranous, but usually I find the great big tomatoes just don't have it for flavor. Big Malacca does. So Justin, thank you so much for offering. So for the 3 people that win the prize package today, Big Malacca will be included in that. Obviously, I have to wait to get them from Australia, but Justin, your generosity is really, really appreciated. Talk about lots of salsa and tomato crack. I know. And right now, I don't know if any vendors got their hands on it for this year, but it was only sold by Vasilis. You couldn't find it anywhere outside. After this season, if anybody else has it, I don't know. So it was definitely a treat for me to be able to grow this year. And I think there's only 5 seeds per package. They wanted to spread the love. Deborah sent me a full package, which is very nice. So thank you, Deborah, if you're still watching. But I'm not going to cut these open because I'd like some for Carlisle, and it's big tomato to cut open. But you can see, and I don't even think these are fully ripe yet either if you look at those other ones, but that interior is pretty special. Deep, deep red. So Big Malacca. And for, like I said, for a big tomato, it's quite tasty. That's the size of your head. I know, it is. Drink some more water, Lauren. Dear me, that tomato juice goes hard. Yes. I have a drinking problem. I have a tomato drinking problem. Anybody else grow Big Malacca that had good luck with it this year? I saw Dorothy Wilkinson did. Jen, you were growing it, weren't you? I'm pretty sure you were growing it. Did you have good luck with it, Jen, or did I miss it? Attack of the Tangy Tomato, says Justin. Yeah, Jen, if you're still here, let me know. I'm pretty sure you got seeds for this. It's such a Jen tomato. Okay. And if you're interested, join the Big Malacca tomato competition group. I haven't looked to see how large they were, but I know I've looked on Vasilis's YouTube channel and seen his, and mine seem to be bigger than his, but I'm sure there's people in there, especially ones that are trying and prune it properly. I'm sure there must be some really big ones in there. That is a whopper. I agree. I grew it. I only got a couple. What did you think of it? I found it quite tasty for a big guy. Okay, so we were talking about Phil Seneca earlier and his Queen Nanny tomato, which I think is a revelation. This is another one I got to grow of his this year. It's a white for all you white fans out there. Haley, Sizemore Sample, I'm looking at you. It's called Soika Gakwa. It's Native American, so I apologize for the incorrect pronunciation. I will have some of these in Carlisle because they're still coming hard and fast. It's a beautiful little white variety. Brix 5.3. We really loved it. Oh, I didn't put my review down. Hang on. I forgot to transfer it over. Plants are very, very productive. They started coming pretty early season and they're still going. Oh, I didn't rate it. Well, Bricks is a 5.3, it says. I think we rated it an 8 or an 8.5. I didn't write it down here, but it's in my notebook, and I don't want to waste your time with all of that. They are juicy and sweet. Great for salsa for sure. What else did I say about it? Phil Seneca, the owner of Good Mind Seeds, which is no longer taking seed orders. He's been off of the scene for several years now. He says Soika Gakwa is the Anadowaga word for the moon and is a spectacular half-wild saladette with incredible flavor and translucent flesh. Kind of see it if I get close up there, although the camera never seems to want to focus when I'm that close. Long indeterminate vines with disease resistant well above average. I can testify that that is true also. The white berries are borne in small trusses all over the regular leaf plant. I'm forgetting if it's regular leaf or potato leaf. A lot of stuff he says regular leaf is potato leaf, and a lot of stuff he says potato leaf is regular leaf. I think Kina and Jen found the same thing. We were able to get seeds for some of his things this year. I think this might be regular leaf, but I didn't write it down. Even though the appearance is enchanting as a moonbeam, the flavor is surely the most impressive aspect, being both sweet and slightly sour with strong, essential tomato undertones. Won his top 5 for flavor in 2014, and it was formerly known as E:"NI''ta, like Inita. Let's do a taste of it. We'll have these for taste. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, my tremors are here. How lovely. It's really fruity. It's very citrusy. Very juicy. That's delicious. I should have plenty to share with you guys. I have a little taste in Carlisle. Did you not grow this one, Jem? I can't wait to taste that one. It's very pretty. I love the name too. I don't know what it means, but I love how it sounds. I thought you were growing this too. No? I think you'll like it. Mary, the ones with wild genes have such disease resistance. I'm finding that with these Phil Seneca varieties. There's one, I think maybe the next one I'm talking about is the only one that's died early, and that's because it's a determinate. So it's Soika Gakwa. Oh, I have to have all the Phil Seneca varieties. I was so sad my turtle purple didn't make it. That turtle purple eludes me. I was growing it last year. Mary knows this. We've been talking about turtle purple for a couple of years now, I think. And it was a cuckoo. It was not turtle purple. So I was going to grow it. Then I got correct seeds from Sabine at BNS. Excuse me. I was going to grow it this year, but decided not to. But I know somebody, Liz still, I think, did. Liz did, and she loved it. And it's one of his supposedly best varieties. So while I've got some of these other more specialty ones, haven't grown turtle purple yet. That looks exactly like my Gelbe von Thun. Interesting. I haven't heard of that one. I know Gelbe is yellow, right? No, I never got this one. This may have been one you only had a couple of seeds for. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Well, you're definitely getting some in Carlisle. Oh my God, I need turtle purple as my handle is Purple Turt. You definitely need turtle purple. You can ask for it in Seed Seeking Saturday in the group where you're most wanted. It's another one of Phil Seneca from Good Mind Seeds varieties. So on to another one of his. I mentioned a determinate. And there's this little guy. Kuwatli Salubang. Let me get rid of this for a minute so I can show you. up close a little more. Look at these little guys. How cute are they? And I will tell you, these have been on my counter for probably a month. This is a determinate variety of his, and it's a dwarf determinate, and it's known for having good shelf life, and they certainly do. They're so cute and adorable. The plant, I wish I put up the picture of the plant. It didn't get any taller than like 3 feet, and we grew it in a raised bed, so it wasn't constricted at all. And it was loaded, loaded, loaded. Jen, did you grow this one? Loaded with fruit. Doesn't have much sweetness, but it's very rich and tomatoey, lots of seeds and goo. Again, the production was insane. And even though it's a determinate, and I think the plant's definitely dead now. It sure was a long determinate. Let me tell you, it kept producing and producing for a very long time. Shoot, I wish I pulled up the plant photo. It's really something to see this dwarf plant loaded with these little things. And the shelf life is great. Absolutely great. Let me tell you what he says about it. He said it's one of the most dependable producers in the history of tomatoes. Comes Coatli Salubong, a name derived from the languages of the cultures which developed the parent lines to this spectacular tomato. Being named after the eagle, Coatli is eagle in Nahuatl language, I don't know if it's his tribe or not, which flies high on the thermals of the desert air. This tomato's production is doing the same, needing little to no irrigation. It's a good thing for us, Jen, right? Where'd it go? Little to no irrigation, and being very early to ripen at around 55 days after transplanting. That is true also. Coatli also performs well for growers in the plains and even over the imaginary line into Canada. The surprising frost tolerance and cold fruit set comes from adaptation to the low deserts of coastal Mexico, where the temperatures can drop so severely that they can kill with frost in fruiting season. Excuse me, doing best in gardens with little or no fungal tomato diseases. Coatli Salubong can reach a height of around 3 feet before the weight of the fruiting slows the vines to a halt. I will tell you, it is loaded. It's really a sight to be seen. Being compact and semi-determinate. Oh, semi-determinate. I guess that explains why it was more than just determinate. The red fruits are best before overripeness and also best used as a sauce tomato, their flesh being a texture that melts to a creamy butter consistently when boiled down. The flavor is not sweet, but a bold reminder of ancient indigenous tomatoes bred for making sauces with strong umami undertones. Tatiana's tomato base says it's an intentional hybrid between Punta Banda, which is native to Mexico, and Camatis tagalong, which is native to the Philippines. The parents were chosen for their heat and drought tolerance with hopes of increasing those qualities. And we wrote tangy, flavorful, not much sweet. Brix is a 3.9, and we rated it a 7.10. I would totally, not 7.10, 7 out of 10. They do resemble a couple different things, don't they? Santiago's, same size and shape. They're so adorable. It is an interesting one. If you like tangy and tomatoey, you will like this. Shelf life, disease resistant, no needing to water, great. If you're looking for something with a little sweetness, this is not your tomato. But it's not, I wouldn't call it, it's not like a puckery tomato where you clench your face. It's just very tomatoey. So you have to kind of know what you're getting into. But I'm not going to slice into these because I want some to share with people in Carlisle, and they're more important than me tasting today. But we really enjoyed this. And as you can see, the most adorable things ever. It's another great Phil Seneca variety I was honored to grow this year. You didn't grow this one either, Jen. It's adorable. It is. Didn't you? Oh, you grew something. I was thinking of one you grew last year. Is it the accordion cherry? I guess that looks a bit different from this. They're nice and heavy, too. Yes, it is, Mary. It is a dwarf, as a matter of fact. I think your list is getting pretty long today. And a pretty short dwarf, too. Remind me after the show, or anybody that wants to see after the show, I can send you a picture of what the plant looked like. I'm sure I got a picture of it. Yes, they are seed locules. Lots of them. All right, I'll cut open one. No, I'm not. You can see it from this picture. I want to make sure I've got some stuff for Carla. You can see it. Nice seeds. Lots of seeds and goo. And I have been saving lots of seeds. Okay, what's next? Oh, I already talked about Queen Nanny. So I will have Queen Nanny and those other two Phil Seneca varieties in Carlisle for anybody that would like a taste. And so far for our seed prizes today, put in hashtag tomatoes, Big Malacca donated from Justin Arnold, Arixa Boletta, Crepuscule, Soika Gakwa, the Queen Nanny, and then one more I'm going to talk about next, as a matter of fact. Spanish chocolate. This one I got seeds, this was my Spanish year. I got seeds from Graf Semina, and she said it's a new variety. I don't know much else about it. Graf Semina is in Ukraine, and we really enjoyed this one. It's beautiful. Late season for us. Plant is kind of just starting to pick up now. Obviously, it's from Spain. Brix is a 5.3, and we rated it a 7 out of 10. Do I have any here? Oh, now I've got the next one. I don't know what I was thinking this week. I've been saving seeds like a mad woman. I had some up until yesterday. I could have waited until today to save the seeds so I could show you the fruit, but I didn't. But we enjoyed Spanish chocolate. She said, Elena from Graf Semina says it's new in 2019, a real discovery. Strong, powerful bush. Early. It was not early for me. Probably around 7 feet tall, but they are mid to late season for me, and they're just beautiful. As you can see, let me bring this bigger so you can see that gorgeous interior. The next one I'm showing is another Spanish one too. And for those of you, if you're going on Kids Seed Company website to order Hurricane Helene tomato, check out, they've got a variety called Spanish White, which I meant to grow this year and I didn't. I think I'm going to save it for next year. But that's a pretty special variety from what I can tell too. So for those of you who are into the Spanish thing, check them out at Kids Seed Company. Color purple with chocolate tint, glossy, bright, dense. We rated it a 7 out of 10. I think I already said that. Top favorite. We thought it was really good. We gave it, enough for it to be a 7, but it lacked a little bit of oomph to us that I was hoping to get with that chocolate color. So that only kept it as a 7. But this is one I have written down to retest. I'd like to retest it because I always like to give things another chance at the end of the season or throughout the season just to see, because sometimes things don't taste good on initial taste, but then they taste better at the end of the season. So it's Spanish chocolate. Anybody grow this one? Sounds like an interesting one. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it, too? Oh, that's back at Coatli Salubong. Dang, that Spanish chocolate looks incredible. Thank you. Your pictures are just as good as a live shot, Lauren. Thanks, Mary. For those of you who take a lot of pictures, that's a lot of work, but it's so worth it. I love interiors of tomatoes, and I always want to make sure and I never use filters ever. Never once. Only time I've used a filter is I don't have one in this shot. There's a couple times where I often take the top right photo is often on a scale so I can show how big it is. I didn't in this one for some reason. I don't know why. But sometimes the numbers on the scale can't be seen, which defeats the whole purpose. So sometimes I will brighten that, but just that one. But I never, ever put filters on any of my shots. And I think I've only had to do that thing with the scale once or twice. I'm usually pretty good about making sure the shot is in there. But I can't stand when people use filters. I think I want to know what a tomato really looks like. And yeah, it's annoying. It's a big pet peeve of mine, people using filters. I don't care if my shots are Instagram worthy or not. Tell me what the photo looks like. You don't need to put a filter on a Nanas Noir. It's beautiful already. I don't understand. All right, off my soapbox now. It's a lot of work figuring out what varieties you took pics of hours later. I'm trying to be good as Rob and I do our reviews at night, and I will often take pictures outside first, and then the interior will be at night when we do our taste test. And I try to go to my graphic software the next morning and put them up there because, yeah, it can definitely get confusing if I don't do that. Make sure you guys put in hashtag tomato to be eligible for seed prize. And so this Spanish chocolate will also be one of the varieties I'm giving away. So Big Malacca, Arexa Boleta, Crepuscule, Soica Gacua, Spanish chocolate, and Queen Nanny. So for 3 people. So make sure you type in hashtag tomato. You only need to do it once. Okay, next Spanish one, Spanish Rose. This is another one that was very late for me, but it's starting to come in now. It's beautiful, is it not? So pretty. Let me enlarge it so you can see. This I got from my friend Terry in France from Secret Seed Cartel. She doesn't sell it, but we did a trade, and she sent me lots of Spanish varieties, including this beauty, which I had never heard of before. It's also known as Ispenskaya Roza, which is, I think, the Russian name for it. We gave it an 8 out of 10. Brix is a 4.7. We really liked this one. Collectible variety from Spain, says a site called vavladi.ru. What else did we say about this? I've been good about writing those down there, but oops. Hang on. Number 143. I've got it all indexed and everything. I'm such a geek. Spanish Rose. Here we go. Excellent. Very flavorful, intense, rich flavor that lingers on palate. Tastes like most good purples, green seeds, and goo. Those are our general notes. So we really, really like this one. The only complaint I have of this one is that it's not the most productive. I have more coming, so that's, as of now, it's not that productive. But yeah, it's not the most productive thing in the world. But it is delicious if you can get your hands on filters. Back on the soapbox, I hate filters on tomato picks too. One of the reasons why I love yours so much, Heidi, you take exquisite photos and you can tell there's no filters on them. I don't understand why some vendors do that. I just don't. Tomatoes are so pretty on their own, and you don't need to like upsell them. I mean, don't get me started again. It's really annoying. So that's why I take a lot of time to try to get good, accurate photos. Now, what a tomato I have looks like in my light will definitely look different from a tomato in different light, or if it's outside or inside. And sometimes I use my overhead oven as a light, but like if it's at night. But in general, they're going to look similar. My queen of the light looked nothing like that infamous pic from the internet. I wish people weren't heavy on the filters either. I rest my case, Chantel. They are notorious for the filters, and it's annoying. It's annoying. You don't need some big picture of a sexy looking tomato. It looks pretty sexy to begin with no filters. But I digress. Rowena, people using filters is a pet peeve of mine too. I want to see the true tomato color. Exactly. I don't find that most people do use the filters, but there's a couple I have in mind, which I won't mention, that I shake my head. And one of them I will never order from because the filters are so heavy. It's annoying and obnoxious. Mary says, right, they are works of art and no filter would make them taste different. No, they won't. And why does that person's Ananas Noir look so much more vibrant than mine? Filters, that's why. I mean, sometimes they do look more vibrant, but not like that. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so that's Spanish Rose. If you can get your hands on seeds for Spanish Rose, it's delish. Jake's German. Grew this one because my son's name is Jake. This is one of the smaller ones. As you can see from the photo, that one and most of them are right around 1 pound or 450 grams. This is a tiny one. What did we rate it? My throat's still suffering from my tomato juice incident. Where's Jake's? I don't think we loved Jake's. Oh, we liked it. Bricks is a 4.6. Overall, we gave it a 7 out of 10. Seeds came from my friend James Maxwell, who got them from Secret Seed Exchange, I believe. But Experimental Farm Network sells it as well. Jim, this information is from Experimental Farm Network. Chip Kima is a Minneapolis resident and longtime member of Seed Savers Exchange. He maintains about 40 of his favorite seed varieties. In 2021, Experimental Farm Network co-founder Dusty Hines and his family opened a garden center in Minneapolis, and Jim came in to check it out. They got to talking all things seeds and are now starting to get some of Jim's favorite varieties out into the wider world. This tomato was grown for seed by Jim in his South Minneapolis backyard. It was originally obtained by Jim's uncle Jake from Jake's German neighbor. Jim acquired the seed nearly 40 years ago and has made the seed available through Seed Savers Exchange for many years. Jim has noticed that at least one other tomato, called Old German, has many of the same characteristics of Jake's. He guesses that Jake's German and Old German were well liked by German gardeners and brought here by people who migrated to the U.S. from Germany. This starts producing fairly early in the season. We didn't find that either. Definitely later for us. Where's Jake's German? I gave one. We visited our Jake last weekend, and I got to give him a great big one. It was splitting a little, so I told him to eat it first, and I forgot to ask him what he thinks. Let's see, number 102. Good, tangy, and tomatoey, mild but tasty. And since it's just a small one, I'd like to taste this one again. Yeah, it doesn't really look like the other one. Oops, no dripping on the keyboard. Yeah, it's okay. Kind of mild, kind of watery. But good production is very good. And it is disease resistant. It's possible it just didn't like my garden, but I'm not finding a whole lot of flavor there. In fact, I may consider reducing it to a 6.5. I'll have to decide later. What is that? I'm like, man, this skin is chewy. No, it's not. I am eating one of my labels. I am going to die by tomatoes today. Am I not? You guys probably saw me eating it. You're like, Lauren. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. How far are we? We'll do a couple more. And I'm going to skip over those until next week. Am I? Green Heart of Sophia. Another one I can't believe I haven't talked about yet. This was pretty late season for us. It's a variety from Sophia Sakova, and it is crazy productive. Really starting to come in now. Bricks is a 5.6. Overall, we gave it an 8 out of 10. Very productive, as I said. Not as early as some of her others. They did take a while to ripen. I feel like I did discuss it, maybe on one of my Tomato Tour Tuesdays, but this is one where the skin on a lot of greenland ripe tomatoes, they actually have yellow skin. So when they ripen, you can tell by color. They turn a bit of an amber color. Green Heart of Sophia is not one of them. It has clear epidermis. So it's really kind of just giving it a squeeze. Very sweet, very tangy and tasty. And like I said, very productive. I forgot how good that is. That is so good. It's sweet and delightful, but not just sweet. It has good tang to it. I get so busy this time of year saving seeds and making sauce and all that stuff. Sometimes I forget to like enjoy the tomatoes for a couple, the second or third or fourth time. I'm really glad I sliced into this today. I would still say it's an 8 out of 10. It's very good. Hey, James, another green for the list. It's I should mention, as you can see in the graphic, it is an F7. I don't know if Sophia says what the crosses of this are. She doesn't. We wrote sweet and refreshing, mid to late season, incredibly prolific, regular leaf, tastes like green apple. Not sure I taste green apple this time. A little bit. Oh, dang, I'm making another mess here. Have you tried Emerald Flame? No, I've tried Emerald Comet Sophia and Fiery Turban, but not Emerald Flame. Is that one of Sophia's? If so, I didn't grow it this year, but I'll have to. Gratitude. This is Gratitude by Bill Yoder. This plant, for any of you that may be growing it also, is insane. Insane. Oh, no, Gates, mean Brad Gates. Is that one? Oh, that's his micro dwarf, right? No, I haven't, but I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. Mayor from Afar says, Dwarf Summertime Green was a great dwarf. I've heard that. I haven't grown that one yet. My Gratitude plant is loaded with these beautiful pink hearts. Loaded. And they're quite good. Brix is a 5.9. Overall, we gave it an 8 out of 10. It's from Bill's Beastie Boys collection. For those of you who you probably know, I mentioned my other group. Gratitude is a big part of my life. The group I run, Attitude of Gratitude with Chronic Pain. We believe that like an actual practice of gratitude can often help with our struggles and try to keep our mind out of projecting and worrying and just stay in the present. So when Bill said, first of all, I can't believe the Beastie Boys have a song called Gratitude, but that's besides the point. So I told my other group I was growing a tomato called Gratitude. It's so good. It is so delicious. They start mid-season through the end of the season. Plant is very, very, it's a regular leaf and it's very healthy as compared to a lot of other things. Pretty heart shape, yeah. How much do I want to? I'll cut into it. I've got so many of these. And it's not going to be much longer. I'm going to be able to taste stuff on the air with you guys. Oh, just look at this. Let me get a bowl here. Look at that. Let me get rid of this for a minute so you can get a closer look. Look at that coloring. I don't know. There's something about the coloring of pink tomatoes. You can tell by my smile, it's a really good one for me. So much flavor. Lots of seeds and goose. Sweet, a little bit of tanginess to it, but it has a lot of flavor like a lot of pinks do. That one's a treat. Honestly, with all of Bill Yoder's things that he's been releasing, if it wasn't for the name Gratitude, I probably wouldn't have chosen it for this year because I had so many other things of his I wanted to grow. But I am so glad I did because Gratitude makes me grateful. I'll just say that's a really good one. If you have an opportunity to get seeds and grow it, I think you'll be very happy. Okay. How much more do we have? I don't want to keep you guys here all day. Although I have already, haven't I? 1, 2, 3. I can do one more. I can save the others for next week, I suppose. What can't I say for next week? There's a couple that are like just toning down and they may not be good for next week that I wanted to show you in person. I don't have to cut into them though. That's okay. All right, let me show you this one. This one, I don't think the plant is done, but I wanted to tell you about Sweet Truffle Heart, which is another one of Sophia's. Look at these beauties. Intense volume on this plant. I don't know if that's not the right word I'm looking for, but production is insane. It was mid-season. That Brix is not a typo. Look at this picture, 8.1. And is that not just the most beautiful tomato? It's an F6. What does she say about it? She said it's from the Comet line. There's anthocyanin on it. Mine don't have anthocyanin on it. Oh, I think, Alex, were we talking and you got antho on yours? Maybe I did already talk about this one. I found it odd that my sheet didn't list it. Or was it something else? I don't know if you're still here. It's probably very late. But I really love Sweet Truffle Heart. I'm going to cut it the other way. And I don't know if I'll have any of these left to talk about next week. Dripping all over the place, Lauren. Isn't that a beauty? I did it again. Oh my God, Lauren. I'm losing it. I'm like, where is this chewy skin coming from? I was just going to say, this is not a good one. And this Sweet Truffle Heart is a good tomato. Maybe it's because it's late season, but this has none of the sweetness. That is not an 8.1. I can't believe I ate another label. I mean, I can because I'm a hot mess, but yeah. So you have to trust me on this one, not based on this test. Sweet Truffle Heart F6 by Sophia. I don't think she says anything about what crosses she used. We wrote it's got a sweet and buttery mouthfeel, melts in your mouth, yummy and sweet, very prolific. So that's Sweet Truffle Heart. So yeah, sorry, Barb. I did take a bite for you, but it wasn't my best bite. I've eaten many of Sweet Truffle Heart, and they're good. I don't know what happened with this one, but it happens. Oh, thanks, blah, blah. So fun to eat these tomatoes through you. I often feel guilty, like I want to do it with you guys, but for those of you coming to next Friday, we'll get to taste some tomatoes together. And again, if you are coming and you have no seeds to trade and no tomatoes to taste, doesn't matter. Please still come. It's really more of a chance to meet each other. You can buy seeds from Kennett Forgotten Heirlooms. You can meet Tim and Darylyn from Inspired Garden Life. If you don't already know that they're giving away free shirts for anybody coming to Carlisle next Friday, but you have to put in to get them by today. So look in Tomato Lovers Collective and swap in the featured carousel. You'll find a post that has a link. I'll put it up one more time. But you have to do it today because they're leaving for their trip, so they need to get these in. And anybody that wears their shirt on next Friday will be eligible to win limited edition merch. So here's the direct link. I'm putting it in comments right now. So you get to meet them. Of course, Jen and I will be there. We'll do some kind of a live show at some point, and we'll keep you guys posted on that. And just an opportunity to meet each other. I will have seeds, and I will have some tomatoes to taste. Stop using green labels. Seriously. Looks like my kind of tomato, gorgeous colors. It was my kind of tomato too. That just wasn't a good one, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. That was not a good taste. And it wasn't mealy or anything. I don't know what happened. Love the colors. Dancing Vita, what a stunner. Okay, how many do we have more? I can do two more. I can. Only one of them do I have. This one I have to do this week because it's the last one from my plant, and I haven't talked about it yet, and I must. Oh, wait, that's not the one. Oh, I skipped one. Well, let's talk about this one too. All the Colors of the World. This is another one from Sophia. This one's been a bit of a disappointment for me as far as production. I know Kina has gotten a lot. I think Deb got a lot. I'm not. My plant had, I don't think I'm exaggerating, but several hundred flowers on it all season long. and wasn't finding any fruits, like nothing. So now I'm finally getting fruits, but not many. I'll be lucky if I get 5 or 6 out of the entire thing. Here's one. It won't be good by next week. And I swear I've cut up several tomatoes. I'm not getting any seeds. Kina's getting seeds. So that's good for anybody that wants to trade with Kina, or, she will have them. I'm not saying she has enough to offer. I'm just saying I don't think I will, because I think I've got one plate with 1 seed and one plate with 2 seeds over there. So, but it was a tasty tomato, 5.9 bricks. We rated it a 7.5 out of 10. This is a cross of pink tulip and goddess Xanadu green goddess, which explains some of the coloring. I was expecting more, honestly. 7.5 is still a pretty good review. I think I won't cut it up just so I can save every last seed that I can. No, I'll cut it up. It's not going to be enough where I can all of a sudden furnish everybody with seeds, but it's pretty. But I'm looking at it. This is crazy. Do you see any seeds in there? Now, I've been warned that a lot of Sophia's varieties don't have a lot of seeds. I haven't found that to be true. This one is true. That's interesting. It's good. I mean, we thought it was good. What did we say, 7.5? Let me do another bricks. 6.4. I'm going to take a picture of that. So it's even more than the other ones. So there you go. I think Deb said she wasn't too happy with it. It's very sweet, obviously. Juicy, tangy. A little bit chewy skin, but just a little. Yeah, it's a good one. I guess I'm disappointed that I didn't get more, but I think it was just a fluke because I know at least Kina got plenty from hers. Jen, did you grow this one? I don't know if you're still here or not. I think you did. But yeah, I will save what seeds I can. I'm looking at it. I don't really see many. There's something. It's like a lot of goo without seeds in it. It's weird. I don't think I'm eating seeds there. I don't think there's anything there. The skin is a little bit chewy, but it's a good one. All the colors of the world. It gets some points off for me because of the production, but I think it's probably just because just didn't like my garden. The flowers were there, tons of flowers, just didn't manifest into fruits. Love how unfiltered and natural you are. Thanks, Deb. I appreciate that. That's a big compliment. I appreciate that. Okay. 2 more. We can do this, right? It's been 2 weeks. We need to catch up. This next one I had to talk about today because I haven't talked about it yet. And I've got my very last one, which is probably a bit overripe. This is Jennifer. I haven't talked about Kina or Lauren yet either. My Laurens are done, and I forgot to save those to show you guys too. But Lauren's Awesome Sauce, I still have one ripening. That is a showstopper. But this is Jennifer. I had potato leaf plants. Let me show you. I know many of you grew these too. These are varieties that were named after Kina, Jen, and myself from Tatiana Nagel at Tomato Eden. Jen, I had potato leaf plants that were loaded. They didn't get any bigger than this for me. I don't know if you guys found any different, but boy, are they pretty. The Kinas are very pretty too. I way loved Lauren's Awesome Sauce more than regular Lauren, and that was pretty good. But so this is Jennifer. It's a cross of Delta Diver Red and Chilelis, and named after Jen Joy, of course. I think some people were getting potato leaf. It was an F4, so this season it is an F5. Some people were getting regular leaf and some potato, so it obviously is still in the works. Jennifer, oh, this is pretty. Jennifer also got a variant. She grew these over the winter, so she got a variant called Jennifer's Mud Pie. Would you look at this? Look at all those seeds and goo. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The flavor. I'm going to test this again. What did I have? We had bricks of 5.7 before. Weird. It says 4.5. It tastes much sweeter than that. That is a good one, Jen. Good tomato named after a good person. Look at that luscious seeds and goo and that coloring. Who else has grown Jennifer? Next week, hopefully, I'll be talking about Kina and Lauren. Kina's are coming in hard and fast all of a sudden. I adore my tomato. Tatiana at Tomato Eden rocks. How was your Jennifer's Mud Pie? I wish I grew that one this year. Beautiful, says Mayor from afar. Jennifer's, yeah. Whoa. It looks colorful and vibrant, just like the human Jennifer. That's a good way to describe it. I grew Jennifer's Mud Pie. That was absolutely delicious. Jen is so pretty. I was going to do Kina and Lauren's Awesome Sauce today, but I've got a couple Kinas that I've tasted several, and it's a very good one. But there's one, they're kind of underripe. I want them to get more ripe. And the Awesome Sauce is so beautiful and so insanely good, much more than the regular Lauren, I think. So pretty. That striping is beautiful. I agree. Jen, oh, look, it's me. Okay, and we have one more. Oh, what did you rate it? 7 out of 10, bricks of 5.7. But I may consider moving it up after that last bite. We did taste it pretty early in the season because it was one of our earlier ones. I'd probably go up to a 7.5 after that last bite. Nice and tangy, the way I like it. All right. And last one, I threw in kind of at the last minute. This is a variety called Skycomish, and I'm so silly. I forgot to save. I was so focused on saving seeds from it because it's so good that I didn't think to save some to show you guys. But these are just from a couple days ago. This is a variety by Tom Wagner. Now, I got these seeds from Phil Seneca. And I believe he and Tom Wagner did some crosses together. Phil did some crosses using Tom Wagner's varieties. There's another Skycomish on Tomato Faifu that's got more like a reddish pink look to it. So Phil Seneca says that he helped, according to him, he helped Tom Wagner stabilize Skycomish. Tom did the original breeding. Phil says he helped stabilize. So there's other Skycomish seeds out there. Let me read you his words so I'm not misquoting him. Selected to stability here at Good Mind Seeds, which means if you see Skycomish being offered elsewhere, it is not necessarily the same exact tomato. Tomato Faifu says it's a recent variety developed by Tom. Pure yellow, fresh, fruity, and aromatic flavor. It was definitely more of a bicolor for us. And Rob said it's the best bicolor tomato he's ever had, and I probably agree with him on that. The flavor was wow. Totally wow. Bricks was a 6.2. We gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Has anybody else grown this? Yeah, there's a Skycomish pink. Yes, it is a different variety according to Tom. Tomato Faifu has just regular Skycomish with the pink. But this is just regular Skycomish, which is apparently a bicolor. It is so good. Let me expand this so you can see the interior. Delicious. Delicious tomato. And I kind of stuck this in, not only as a last minute for today, but just last minute growing. So really enjoyed this one. Lots of seeds and goo. Delicious, very flavorful, intense, tart, and sweet. Loved it, is what we wrote. All right, so there we go. That's our 2-hour, 12-minute episode. Let's give away some prizes. Now's your last chance to get #tomato in there. Where's our giveaway thingy? There we go. So again, I'll be giving away Big Malacca from Justin Arnold, Arexa Boletta, Crepuscule, Soy Gagakwa, Spanish Chocolate, and Queen Nanny for 3 people. I am running behind, as many of you, I already owe seeds, so please bear with me, but I always get them out. Anna Nitschke. Congratulations, Anna. Okay, number 2. Oh, where's my little music? Natalia. Congratulations, Natalia. And number 3. You are going to love some of these varieties. Well, all of them, otherwise I wouldn't have included them. Where's my Catahoula? Congratulations. Where's my Catahoula? If you guys can please private message me in the group, or let me give you my email address. I don't check email as much as I should. So private messaging me on Facebook is, where's my email address, is the best. But if you're not in the group, and why aren't you, but you can email me so I can get your address. Okay, so congratulations, everybody. Justin, thank you again for your generous donation of Big Malacca. We have Jeffrey Raymaker from Briar St. Seeds is going to be offering a couple giveaways coming up. I still owe you guys the stuff he sent me to give to you. I'm sorry. It's been a bit of a rough summer for me, as you know, but I have everything written down in my handy dandy notebooks, as Blue's Clues says, so I will get them out. It's been so much fun doing this with you guys again today. I sure hope that you guys who are able can make it next Friday, but we will do our best to do some kind of a live broadcast for those of you where it's just impossible, because we want to make you a part of things too. And Rowena, I know she did a taste testing in Canada where she is, and so Olivia has done them. So it's really cool to see so many of these popping up, and we hope to do even more in the future. We just have the best members, and I love you guys so much. Oh, Achilles says, Lauren's awesome sauce is so delicious and juicy. I love the coloring too. I have 3 ripening now. You're lucky. I put mine in a grow bag, and I'm really wishing I didn't, because it was so good. So, so good. I enjoyed this so much too, Jen. Have a good evening, everybody. I'm planning on still doing another show next Thursday. If I get overwhelmed or whatever with things going on Friday, I have to cancel. I'll let you guys know, but I'm planning on it. So I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. I love you all. And I will see you. Let's get some music on here. Glad I didn't guide every episode. Hi, gang. Peace, love, gratitude, art, and love.